Tanya and her own production team. This is me talking to my producer on the other end. Producer, are we ready? Producer, are we ready? I think we are. Are you good to go? I'm good to go. So, we start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the journey, which is going to be a series that I shall be doing on journeys that I have been through, going through in my life. Disclaimer, I am not a pro entrepreneur. I am just a trader somewhere because what all entrepreneurs have teams below them. Me ndio producer, me ndio managing director, me ndio thrifter, me ndio seller, me ndio delivery guy, I am everything. So I want to start this series on the journey of being an entrepreneur. So basically, to me, an entrepreneur is, or should I say a business person? No, I think I should say an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur to me is someone who started a business. Full stop. That's that. We'll just look up the meaning of the entrepreneur and we'll put it right down here. And I want to bring you along my entrepreneurship journey and the struggles that I may come across. Basically, the joys, the ups and downs, the wins and the failures, what I do on a day-to-day basis in regards to business, how I came to do such things, etc. So I hope that you'll be joining me in this journey. This will be a 10-15 minute episode. The series will be inclusive of 10 episodes, hopefully 5 to 10 episodes, which will be 10 to 15 minutes long. So I really hope that you get to enjoy this content. I hope that you get to comment. Let's have a discussion down below if you're planning on being one, if you are one, sharing our journeys, etc. And because of all that, I have talked a lot and now we need to start. So welcome to the entrepreneurship series. So, episode one is basically going to be like a background of where I began. So first of all, if you're new here, my name is Tanya. I am turning 23 in May. I am a fourth year last semester student at JQuat, pursuing a degree in project management, basically. So the funny thing is that it really ties up to me as an individual, that specific degree that I am currently doing, because project management is basically about management, yes, but also needs people who have like a keen eye to details and such fine things. So if you know me personally, you know, like I see even the smallest of things. I can feel it coming from Mount Kilimanjaro and I'll be like, yeah, something is not right here. So my intuition is very in tune with me. Intuition is in tune with me. Yeah, my intuition is in tune with me. So for me to talk about my entrepreneurial journey, I need to first state that I also have 2 or more, but we shall only be talking about two of my businesses where I sell thrifted shoes and clothing as well. Thrifting means I go out into the open air markets like Gikomba or like Toy Market, or even like importing of bales from different countries, and basically get to sell those clothing items. The clothing items to me and shoes have to be of top quality, barely any issues with them. Some are usually brand new even. So that's what I do. I basically go shopping for second-hand items, stroke new items, and then bring them in. I wash the clothes, dry shoes, wash shoes, selling. Then I sell them on Instagram because I have two Instagram pages for both businesses. So my first thing is, why did I become an entrepreneur, or how did I get on the journey to become an entrepreneur? So for as long as I can remember, uh, we had I don't come from a rich family, but a rich family will come from me. Hallelujah, amen. So for as long as I can remember, we had enough. We had enough. But sometimes you get to see how your parents struggle with, maybe they lose a job, the 8 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 8 to 6, whatever. They lose their jobs, and that leads to a period in your life where you now have to really adjust to there being no jobs and there being very limited amount of resources for you guys to live on. So for as long as I can remember, it's my mom had a job for so many years. I know there was a time where she did business while she was still working, something like that. Then you see her losing a job, then you have to struggle for this period of time, and then now you see her get another job, and then life is smooth. And then I know that is how life is supposed to be like, but now to me I used to sit down and used to wonder, hey, things are tough, man. Is this how life is supposed to be? Are things supposed to be this tough? And you would get the basic needs: food, shelter, and clothing. That's all you have. And sometimes when everything is good and everything is running smoothly, you would get the curricular activities, like going out on lunch dates and going on family trips, etc, etc. So growing up and seeing that struggle in me put something in the back of my head where I always felt like I need to do better. Not that they didn't do better, but with with growing older and seeing the struggles that we had to pass through previously to get to where we are, it was like a calling. It was like something came up in my mind, and I was like, yeah, I'll need to do better. I'll need to not only rely on like an 8 to 5 if I get one, but I'll need to have like several streams of income. So for me, it was basically to get several streams of income and to be able to do the things that I would want to do without struggling, without depending on that 10,000 only that you have to last you a whole month, and you have all these needs that amount to something bigger. So I decided to start a business. And even back in high school, I used to remember seeing parents coming into school with shopping bags filled with shopping for their kids and like a lot of snacks. And fortunately or unfortunately, sometimes your mom comes to school and she only has very few items, what she could get, basic needs for you. There wasn't any extra items. And sometimes it would make me feel bad, but I appreciated that she was able to even afford what she could afford, or sometimes being sent home for school fees because of very small amounts. And that's where I came from before I started my business. That is all that was in my mind before I started my business. So I used to be like, I would really want to, even not even like for my kids, because kids, that's what we're talking about, maybe 10 years from sorry relatives, sorry shosho, sorry, maybe 5 to 10 years from now. But in the period of before we get to even starting to think about children, it came to me wanting to have a better life for my family, to be able to celebrate my friends when I want to to be able to afford the quote unquote extra items, to be able to just live much more comfortably as opposed to how life is, if that's what I would say. And I also don't like borrowing money, so that was also a huge reason why I started my business. I was like, me, I don't want to start borrowing you. Okay, I can say 1,000 bob. I can idea 500. I can idea Aki woye, please. I didn't want to become a bother or a a bother to others. So I decided to start my business. And I used to be in high school and I used to tell myself, wow, when I finish uni, I am going to hustle so hard. I want to gift my mom all these things, to gift my brother all these things, you know? And then I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do, you know? I have 5,000, we go out there and have brunch. Sikila Sam Katenachai. So that's where I came from. That's where Tanya pre-entrepreneur, that's the mindset I had in me. The mindset of having more than having less. Abundance as opposed to you're surviving. You know, if someone loses this job, you're doomed. Like they have savings, yes, but with even what is coming in as their income, if they lose this job, if they lose anything, like you will now start surviving. And I don't want to have that. We are surviving. Me, I want to know that I am in abundance. Yes, I am still in abundance right now, but securely abundant kabisa kabisa. So in high school, we used to have these chicks who would um we used to have a canteen. So instead of us going to the canteen when maybe you're busy having assignments, you're too tired to go to the canteen, these girls would easily just ask people, what do you want? They would go shop like boxes of biscuits, a whole packet of lollipops, a lot of milk, and then they would come back to us in classes and sell these things at a profit. So they would really make cash, and they used to be like, nice, wow, these ones must be set up for success even after uni, because the money they used to get was not atikidogo money, because they come sell to you something that was 15 bob in the canteen, they sell it to you at 30 bob. They've made a 15 bob profit and they barely used up their energy. So I used to be like, I would really want to get into entrepreneurship when I am done with school. So fast forward to me clearing high school in 2016, and here I was fresh in 2017 doing nothing. So I also didn't used to like the fact that I'm just at home. I don't have money. I have to borrow money. So in 2019, yes, in 2019, I had really thought about it for so long. So in 2019, I was like, yeah, I'm going to start my first business, which was selling clothing items. So yeah, that is my background on entrepreneurship, and I hope that you enjoyed this first series. If you've always thought about being an entrepreneur or starting your own business, what came to your mind when you wanted to start the business, or what is in your mind, like where are you at when it comes to you starting that business? So I hope you enjoyed this first episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.